So you want to play Phantom Forces, but have no clue how to play. That is why I made this video for you guys. I will be giving you an in-depth guide on how to play Phantom Forces and give you a review of the game at the end. I will be cutting this video into 8 different parts. But before I start this video, I would like to remind you guys to subscribe to see more content just like this. Make sure to like this video so I can tell if you guys like this style of content. Make sure to ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Make sure to check out my Discord server, Instagram, and Twitter down below. I will also be streaming soon on Twitch, that is twitch.tv/LanderPeach. All of the links will be down in the description down below. Now onto the video. Phantom Forces is a Roblox first-person shooter game. It is kind of like Call of Duty, but in Roblox. You are able to unlock skins, unlock guns, customize your weapon in any way you like, and much more. There are currently 26 different maps to play on, with currently 7 different game modes to choose from. Phantom Forces was published on August 31st, 2015 by Stylish Studios. That was 7 years ago, and for an old game, it is still fun to play. Phantom Forces is still getting updates to this day. When you load up the game, you will be brought to the main menu. On the left side of the menu, there are your options: deploy, squad deploy, weapon loadout, case inventory, customize, settings, server browser, and data recovery. Deploy allows you to spawn into battle in a random location, mainly near where your teammates will spawn. You could click on deploy to spawn in, but you could also just hit the spacebar to spawn in. Squad deploy allows you to spawn on a certain teammate and allows you to choose if you want your teammates to spawn on your location. This option is enabled by default. You click on squad deploy and then you select who you want to spawn on. It tells you if your teammate is either ready, in combat, or not ready. Sometimes you'll see disabled on a teammate, which means that they have made it so you can't spawn on their location. To disable others from spawning on you, just click on the green square and it will turn into a dark green square. Weapon loadout allows you to change your weapons, customize your weapons, and check your weapon stats. I will be going into weapon loadout a bit more later on in this video. Case inventory allows you to buy crates and keys to unlock different skins and trade in skins for better skins. You can sell the skins that you don't want for credits. You can even search up for a specific case, key, or skin you are looking for. Customize allows you to change what your tag looks like in the chat, if you have a tag. Most people don't have a tag though. You can get a tag by going into customize, typing in whatever you want your tag to say, has to be appropriate though, and either buy the tag for 70,000 credits or 5,000 Robux. If you wanted to, you can change the color of the tag by either using the RGB sliders or just type in the hexadecimal color you want to use. An easy way to find a hexadecimal color is to go to Color Hexa and choose the color you want to use. The link to Color Hexa will be in the pinned comment down below. Note this is not a sponsor. Settings allows you to change the settings around. I know, shocker. You can change if you want to see blood appear in the game, change the aim sensitivity, field of view, and many more settings. Server browser allows you to choose what servers you want to be on. This could be useful if you want to join in with your friend or on another server. It is pretty simple to understand. If you want a tutorial, just let me know in the comments down below. Now in the top right corner of the menu is the current loadout you have selected. It shows the class name, primary weapon, secondary weapon, grenade, and melee weapon. The bottom right corner shows you the map and game mode that is in progress. The middle of the bottom screen shows you your rank, the XP needed to rank up, the next weapon you will unlock after ranking up, and shows you your stats. There will also be a map and a game mode vote after each round is over. It shows up above the stats card. Finally, in the bottom left corner shows you the chat. This is the weapon loadout screen. You can change your primary weapons, your secondary weapons, your grenade, and the melee weapon. You can either get the weapons by buying them or just by ranking up. Once you have clicked on weapon loadout, you will be shown your primary weapon on whatever you chose for your class. There are 4 different classes. There is the assault class, the scout class, the support class, and the recon class. Let's go over them, shall we? The assault class is the class that allows you to use assault rifles, battle rifles, carbines, and shotguns. The Scout class allows you to use PDWs, DMRs, carbines, and shotguns. The Support class is used to hold down objectives and lay down heavy fire. The Support class uses LMGs, battle rifles, carbines, and shotguns. Moving on to the last class, the Recon class. The Recon class uses sniper rifles, DMRs, battle rifles, and carbines. Onto the different primary weapons. There are assault rifles, battle rifles, carbines, shotguns, PDWs, DMRs, LMGs, and sniper rifles. Assault rifles are defined as any various intermediate range magazine-fed military rifles. They can either be fully automatic, semi-automatic, or have a burst round fire mode. Some examples of assault rifles are AK-12, M16A3, and the AK-47. Battle rifles are defined as a service rifle chambered to fire a fully powered cartridge. They can either be fully automatic or semi-automatic. Some examples of battle rifles are M14, Scar H, and HK-417. There is one battle rifle that allows you to fire a 2-round burst. That is the AK-12 BR. BR standing for battle rifle. I think you could have got that one though. Carbines are defined as a long gun that has a barrel shortened from its original length. They are either fully automatic, semi-automatic, or have a burst round fire mode. Some examples of carbines are M4A1, G36K, and the Honey Badger. Shotguns are defined as a weapon designed to fire a number of pellets that spread into diverging patterns. Shotguns can either be fully automatic or semi-automatic. Most of the semi-automatic shotguns are actually pump-action shotguns. Some examples of shotguns are Remington 870, Stevens DB, standing for double barrel, and AA-12. PDWs, also known as personal defense weapons, are defined as a class of firearms intended for self-defense rather than warfare. They can either be fully automatic, semi-automatic, or have a burst round fire mode. Some examples of PDWs are UMP-45, MP7, and P90. DMRs, also known as Designated Marksman Rifle, are defined as a modern scoped, high-precision rifle. They are mainly semi-automatic, but one DMR has an automatic fire mode. That would be the VSS Ventures. Some examples of DMRs are MK11, SKS, and M21. LMGs are also known as light machine guns. They are defined as a lightweight machine gun, usually belt or box fed. LMGs are mainly fully automatic, but some are semi-automatic. Some examples of LMGs are M60, RPK, and Scar Hammer. Sniper rifles are defined as an extremely powerful rifle used for long-range targets. They are all semi-automatic. Some examples of sniper rifles are the Intervention, Remington 700, and BFG 50. Secondary weapons are your sidearms that are useful when you are either low on your primary weapon or have run out of ammo in your primary weapon. These include pistols, machine pistols, revolvers, and others. Pistols are defined as a handgun whose chamber is integral with the barrel. They are mainly semi-automatic. Some examples of pistols are M9, M19A1, and Desert Eagle 19. Machine guns are defined as a handgun capable of fully automatic or burst fire. They are mainly fully automatic or have a burst fire mode. Some examples of machine pistols are G18C, 93R, and Tech 9. Revolvers are defined as a handgun with a cylinder of several chambers in line with the barrel and hammer. They are all semi-automatic. Some examples of revolvers are MP412 Rex, 1858 New Army, and Red Hawk 44. Others are weapons that do not belong in either of the pistol categories. Some examples of other weapons are Serbu Shotgun, SF-50, and M79 Thumper. Grenades are very common in FPS games. There are new grenades thanks to the new update in Phantom Forces. There are fragmentation, high explosive, and impact grenades. Fragmentation grenades are the typical grenades that you see in video games and movies. Some examples of fragmentation grenades are the M67 Frag, V40 Mini, and Rolly HG. High explosive grenades, as the name implies, is a grenade that deals high explosive damage. Some examples of high explosive grenades are dynamite, Semtex, and bundle charge. Impact grenades instantly explode when it hits something like the ground, a player, or an object. There are currently only 3 impact grenades, which are the T13 Impact, RGNUDZS, and the RGOUDZS. Melee weapons are your last-ditch effort when you're out of ammo, are reloading and a player comes in and tries to kill you, or if you just want to use a melee around that weapon. There are your one-hand blades, two-hand blades, one-hand blunt, and two-hand blunt. One-hand blades are your typical knives. Some examples of one-hand blades are knife, tomahawk, and karambit. Two-hand blades are your swords or lightsaber. Some examples of two-hand blades are chosen weapon, hattori, and longsword. I'm pretty sure I butchered that one. One-hand blunt are your typical everyday objects. Some examples of one-hand blunt are crowbar, nightstick, and brass knuckle. Some examples of your two-hand blunts are hockey stick, baseball bat, and banjo. There are tons of different attachment types such as optics, barrel attachments, underbarrel attachments, other attachments, and different ammo types. You can earn attachments by getting certain amount of kills, or you can just buy them with credits. There are different type of optics in Phantom Forces. They are put into 4 different categories. They are iron sights, red dots, scopes, and special sights. Iron sights are the normal sights that would be equipped by default. Some examples of iron sights are H&K sight, half ring sight, and backup sight. Red dots are your red dot sights. Some examples of red dots are Z-Point, Delta Sight, and EOTech XP52. Scopes are your high-powered sights that are used for mid or long-range targets. Some examples of scopes are PM2, PKA, and Malcolm 3x scope. Special sights are your goofy and prestigious sights that you either earn by buying them or earning them by ranking up. Some examples of special sights are Maglite, Animu sight, and Anti-sight. There are tons of different barrel options. They are broken down into 3 different categories. They are barrels, muzzles, and suppressors. Barrels are either a way to extend the barrel or shorten the barrel. I can't really give you different examples because it all depends on the guns you have, but I will show some pictures here. Muzzles allow you to either hide your flash, compensate your sights, or make your gun louder. Some examples of muzzles are flash hider, compensator, and loudener. Lastly, suppressors allow you to make your gun quieter and you won't show up on the radar when you fire your weapon. Some examples of suppressors are R2 suppressor, PPS1 suppressor, and oil muffler. There are 2 different categories for your underbarrel attachments. They are lasers and grips. Lasers make it easier to hip fire different weapons. Some examples of lasers are red laser, blue laser, and tri-laser. Grips make it easier to either hip fire or to help increase the sight accuracy. Some examples of grips are vertical grip, potato grip, and chainsaw grip. Other attachments. The other attachments have 3 different categories. They are accessories, canted sights, and stocks. Accessories are your different lasers and smartphone. Some examples of accessories are yellow laser, flashlight, and ballistics tracker. Canted sights are your backup sights on the side of your weapon. Some examples of canted sights are canted iron sight, canted ACOG sight, and canted Animu sight. Lastly, the stocks allow you to either add or remove the stock of the weapon. It all depends on the type of weapon you are using. Here are some pictures of some stock options on different guns. There are different ammo types in Phantom Forces. Some examples of ammo types are hollow points, .223 rem, and armor piercing are to name a few. There are tons of them. It all depends on the weapon that you choose. In Phantom Forces, there are 26 maps to choose from. I'm going to go over them really fast, starting now. There is Bazaar, Black Site, Castle Keep, Crane Site Revamped, Derrick, Desert Storm, Dunes, Dust Bowl, Elevation, Height, Highway, Lot, Industry, Mall Revamp, Metro Revamp, Mirage, Penthouse, Revoid, 911 Revamp, Rig, Ruins, Second Storm, Suburbia, Transit, and Warehouse. In Phantom Forces, there are 7 different game modes to choose from. There is Team Deathmatch, Flare Domination, King of the Hill, Capture the Flag, Kill Confirmed, Hardpoint, and Tag Run. Let me explain how each one works. In Team Deathmatch, you go around killing enemies, earning points and kills either as a team or going solo. This game mode is a staple in every FPS game and fairly simple to grasp the concept of. Team Deathmatch lasts for 15 minutes or until a team reaches the goal of 200 kills. In Flare Domination, there are 3 flares around the map which you have to capture and defend it while going around after the other 2 flares. Expect to find enemies around every corner. The round of flare lasts for 15 minutes or until a team reaches the goal of 250 points. In King of the Hill, there is only one objective this time. That is to capture the flag and defend it for as long as you can. This mode can get very frustrating at times. The hill will have an uppercase H with either your team or the enemy team's color depending on who has captured the hill. Once you collect the hill, the enemy's points will go down. Here are the different amounts each point goes down by. For 0 players is 5 points per 10 seconds. 1 player equals 10 points per 10 seconds. 2 players equals 20 points per 10 seconds. 3 players equals 30 points per 10 seconds. The game ends when you drain the enemy's points down to 0 or until the 15 minutes are up. In Capture the Flag, there are 2 flags in the map. It is your team's objective to capture the flag and bring it back to your flag to get the point. If you or one of your teammates collects the flag, the enemies can see you or your teammate run around because it says stolen above you or your teammate's head. There is no hiding once you capture the flag. However, your flag has to be at your base in order to get the point, so you have to retrieve your flag. If you bring the enemy's flag back to your base, you will be awarded 500 XP, and your teammates will get 250 XP. However, if a teammate brings back the flag, they get 500 XP, while you and the rest of the team get 250 XP. The game lasts for 10 minutes or until you or the enemy team captures 5 flags. In Kill Confirmed, it is like Team Deathmatch, but you have to collect the enemy's dog tags to confirm the kill. If you or a teammate dies, you have to retrieve their dog tag to deny the kill from the enemy. The game lasts for 15 minutes or until your team or the enemy's team confirms 150 dog tags. In Hardpoint, it is similar to Flare Domination but with a twist. The flare changes its location. The team guarding the flare gets 1 point for each person on the flare every second. Kills do not add or remove any points. The game ends when the 15-minute time limit ends or when a team earns 600 points. Lastly, in Tag Run, it is like Kill Confirmed, but once you get an enemy's dog tag, you have to bring it back to the recollection point. The recollection point is found near the Flare Domination locations. You earn 25 XP for killing an enemy and collecting their dog tag. Every time you bring a dog tag back to recollection point, your team earns 1 point. Note that friendly dog tags are not in Tag Run. The game ends when the 10-minute time limit has ended or when your team gets 150 points. Now onto the most important part of this guide, the controls. I will break these up into 3 different parts: movement, combat, and other. To move around in Phantom Forces, you want to use the WASD keys. To look around, you want to move your mouse around. For sprinting, you can either double tap, if you're a Minecraft player, or you can just hold shift. To jump, you just press space. To crouch, you can press C. To switch between crouching and standing, just press X. To prone, double press C, or press Control. To stand up from going prone, just press Z. To slide, you want to run around using WASD, shift, and then just hold C. Or do the same thing, but instead press Z for diving. Now onto the main thing, combat. To fire, you want to left click. To aim down the sight, you can either hold right click, or you can just press Q to toggle it. To switch between different alternate aiming points, you can press T, so I can switch from the mini sight to the animu sight. To reload your weapon, press R. To switch between different firing modes, press V. To throw a grenade, press G. You could hold it for 2 to 3 seconds. Here's what it looks like for 2 seconds. And here's what it looks like for 3 seconds. To quick melee someone, press F. To spot an enemy, you can press E, but you have to have the ballistics tracker. To inspect your weapon, press H. To change between different weapons, you want to press 1 for the primary, 2 for the secondary weapon, and 3 for the melee. Or you could just use the scroll wheel up and down to switch between primary and secondary. To pull out your melee weapon, hold F. Now to swing the melee weapon left, you want to left click, swing the melee weapon right click. Now I'm going to show you guys how to pick up a weapon. You want to hold the V over the weapon. And sometimes you'll end up picking up more ammo from a dropped weapon. That's because you have the same ammo type as the dropped weapon. Now, how did I reset that fast? What you want to do is hit F5 and you'll reset that fast. To view the leaderboard, you want to press tab once and then press it again to leave the leaderboard. To go to the Roblox menu, press escape. And lastly, to type in chat, just press the slash button like you normally would do. In Phantom Forces, there are a few commands that you can use. I'm only going to choose the 2 most used ones. To report a player, press /report player reason evidence. To vote kick a player, press /vote kick player reason. This will start a vote kick. If you want to vote them out, then press Y for yes or N for no. Note that you must be rank 25 or over to start a vote kick session. Phantom Forces is a pretty good FPS game on Roblox. I would recommend you give it a shot if you are into FPS games. Some pros of Phantom Forces is amazing visuals. Models look accurate to actual real-life weapon. There are tons of different attachments to choose from, tons of weapons to choose from, monthly updates, and it helps you develop your skills in FPS games if you are new to FPS games. Some cons though are there are quite a few hackers or exploiters in the game. Sometimes your leg or arm clips through the floor or the wall, which gets really irritating sometimes. Tons and tons of toxic players, but to be expected in an online FPS game. Allowing people to buy guns instead of earning them by ranking up. Isn't a good game for low-end computers. Mine sometimes has a hard time getting past the loading screen, sometimes even while I'm recording. Even though this game has its cons, it does have its pros. This game is 7 years old and is still getting updated and still gets lots of traction to this day. I would highly recommend this game to someone who enjoys online FPS games. The only thing I would really change in Phantom Forces is by removing the option to just buy a weapon and not ranking up to get that weapon. I would give this game 85 Robux out of 100 Robux. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I thank you guys for watching this in-depth guide on Phantom Forces. If you want to check out Phantom Forces, then it will be in the top of the description down below. I normally don't like telling you guys to subscribe twice in a video, but this video took me a while to make. I wrote up a large script for this video, but then Phantom Forces decided to update again, so I had to go through and I just went through it thoroughly to make sure I didn't miss anything, hopefully. If you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe and like the video because I will be doing more in-depth videos on Roblox games. Some of them I have already done in the past. I just want to do a complete guide. Make sure to check out my Instagram and Twitter. Why not join my Discord server so you can chat with me, possibly join me in Roblox games or in a recording, and so much more. I will also be streaming on Twitch later on in the future. That is twitch.tv/LanderPeach. All links will be in the description and on screen. Thank you guys again for watching the video, and I will see you guys in another video.